Hold up. This is the playlist live.
My name's Kalisha.
With Kalisha. Tap in.
Welcome back to the show, y'all. This is the playlist. My name's Kalisha. I know for those of y'all who consistently watch this show, I know y'all thinking like, damn, y'all been gone for a while. Yes, the pandemic just messed up a couple things, but we back, we live. I think the last show that we did was back in March. Jeez, I can't believe that. We're almost at March again. That's how crazy that feels. But we're back, we're better, and we got a special guest here with us today. Kiko Blac in the building.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, babe?
I'm doing amazing. I know you've been doing a lot of traveling. I know you just got back from, where'd you go? Chicago. How was the weather out there? I know it was probably
brick.
Yeah, super cold. Was it snowing at all?
It was, as soon as I landed.
I did see that on your story. You brought your dog with you, right?
Yeah, he loved the snow. It was his first time.
Yeah, so you're originally from where again?
Baltimore.
So it snows out there too?
Yes.
So you're used to it?
Yeah, but that was a different cold. That was freezing. But yeah, no, it's definitely cold there too.
How cold was it, like degrees wise?
I think it was like around the 20s.
Yeah, so I know you're happy back in Atlanta.
Definitely. All I needed was a jacket today. No coat.
I think 2 days ago, it was so cold outside to the point where I was like, this is different. I got to go back to LA. I got to go back to LA. I can't do this. I cannot do this. But listen, hey, sometimes you got to go where you got to go to work, do what you got to do.
Exactly.
So I feel you, girl. But you back in Atlanta now, getting back to work. Your single is out now called Sit Down.
So excited.
Yes.
So excited.
How do you feel?
It feels just so good because I finally feel like I have a record that I'm like really, really, really love and I really enjoy it. And I like, before it was even out, like I just was playing it over and over and over again. Even before it was out, I was getting it played at work. It was just like, it's really been my favorite record that I've
So you're going to get played at work. So you have the pleasure and the opportunity to get a lot of opportunities that artists don't get. Mm-hmm. So how did you get the DJs at work to play it? What was your approach?
Well, the crazy thing is the DJ, his name is DJ Eric Brown. He's from Baltimore, too.
Oh, wow.
So we vibed on that. He was like, of course you're going to support another artist from your city. So it was just always love.
Right. So how does it feel like when you're in the club? Do they let you perform it while you working? Or do you kind of get on the mic?
It'd be so fun because I be dancing. All the other waitresses, they be lit, twerking around because they just know it's my song. Everybody just be supporting it and vibing. And it's always a good experience to just see how the crowd takes to all of the music that I drop. Because other than that song, I do have other songs that I get played just to see how the crowd is going to vibe to it. Right. It's a really good experience.
So what is the crowd's reaction when the song comes on? How do they react to the song?
They love the hook, of course, because the girls went crazy for that. Yeah. It gives it's a good twerk song. Yeah. So everybody just twerking at that point.
Right. So how did the single release party go?
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, I know the energy is crazy. So let's get into more about you. Kiko Blac, where did that name come from?
Well, Kiko is like a Japanese term for happy. And I realized that like right before I turned 18, I was just obsessed with the Japanese culture and stuff. And then I just would not let nobody else call me nothing else but Kiko. And then Black, my favorite color, so I just kind of made it my name.
Right. So do your parents call you Kiko too? Mm-hmm. Wow, got to the point where your parents call you Kiko too.
Yeah, my parents call me Kiko. The only person that don't call me Kiko is my grandmother.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you were obsessed with the Japanese culture. Have you ever been to Japan?
No, I've been to Korea though, but so I'm getting closer.
Okay. So what took you to Korea?
I had a show.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a show in Korea. It was at this like Korean club. Then I had a meet and greet at this like little chicken box restaurant, but it was out there, so it was still like it was a vibe.
Yeah. How are the fans out in Korea? Because I know that I was speaking to somebody else and they were saying just like it was this artist called Richie Ree. She was talking about going to another country and performing and the fans just being so connected to her. Now, even till this day, they support her. So what reaction did you get from them when you were out in Korea?
Well, I definitely would say they're supportive as like, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, they're supportive as fuck. Like we like the same things. We like the anime culture. We just vibe with each other. We connect with each other. So they really connect with me and my music, the anime references that I sometimes make in certain songs. It's just always been a vibe. And then you think, it's just Korean culture that was there. No, it was we have an army base over there too. So it was really just a mixture of everyone that lives over there.
That's dope. Would you ever see yourself like moving to Japan?
Yes.
Really?
Girl, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I would definitely go.
The music culture over there is so different. So
it is different, but like you you know K-pop and
Yeah.
J-pop.
Oh yeah.
When they support,
yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
they're fans.
Yeah.
They're like Nicki, Beyonce fans.
I remember the group. I think they're still like super poppin'. BTS.
Yeah.
I remember a friend of mine that I was working with when I was with iHeart. They were like crazy.
They
like she
are.
said one thing, and their fans are just different.
They are different.
Different. What would you say? What's one of the craziest things one of your fans ever did or said to you online?
Craziest. I have to think. Oh, they sent flowers to my job.
Really?
Thought that was really weird. It just caught me off guard because there was like no card and it was not from anyone I talked to. This is when I used to dance or whatever.
Right.
So it was just like, where did these roses come from?
Did you ever find out who they came from?
Yeah, he DM'd me on Instagram and told me they were from him.
Okay. Did you ever give him a chance?
No, I said thank you though.
At least you said thank you. That's all.
I said thank
you
you.
were polite about it.
Yeah, I even like took a picture with it, tagged him with the flowers.
Right.
I was just like,
Aw.
yeah, but
Yeah. Tell him to go stream your music.
yeah,
So that's what I really want from you.
exactly.
So the fans that are just getting to know you and don't know you too well, they probably just followed you, probably just listened to the song. What's something that you would want them to know about you?
That really they can talk to me. We can have conversations in my DMs. Like if they interested in something, I'm interested in something. I'm always asking like questions from my fans and stuff. Like I'm always asking about stuff that I don't know. If y'all know something, tell me.
Right.
I'm really easy to talk to. Like
Yeah.
it's not like a difficult thing to really have a conversation with me in my DMs because I want to know y'all and I want y'all to really know me.
Right. And you have a pretty big following on social media. Has there ever been a time where you were just like out and about, like mind your own business, probably grocery shopping at the mall, where someone came up to you like, oh my God, you're Kiko Black?
Yeah, actually, I went to DC to do the march. And it was two fans I actually met up there, and they're just like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Who is this touching me?" Because this was like during Corona, like
Right.
everyone was masked
my
up, so I'm
gosh.
like, nobody knew me. I had like a little ponytail in my head, like I was trying to be super low key. Yeah, and they just like walked up to me and they spoke to me and they showed me who they were, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I remember y'all. Y'all
Right.
are always commenting."
Right.
So like we like had a little talk, took some pictures, but it just caught me off guard because like I'm there for a whole different reason. I'm there for the
Right.
rally and everything like that, and they were there too. And they just happened to see me.
Crazy. So a lot of women and girls and men too, they're always trying to figure out like how do you get your social media popping, like how do you get it to blow up, like how did you get so many followers? How did your followers go so crazy, because you have quite a bit?
Yeah, I can pretty much say it was just definitely sharing with a lot of different other people who was trying to build their following, working with different people, doing skits and stuff like that. You just got to work with other different people who know about Instagram
Right.
and know how to build followings and stuff like that.
Right. How has it been kind of transitioning your fan base from how it was built to saying, I'm doing music now, or I've been doing music, y'all probably just didn't know? How have you been going about that?
So I've been trying to still make it make sense with the same thing. Like I'm still working with people who are doing skits, but now let's do a skit, with my music in the background. Like let's make it make sense for all of us and all the type factors. And it kind of works because, doing stuff on TikTok is what makes stuff blow up. So if I
Exactly.
can do skits and stuff with the TikTokers, we're going to
Right.
use my song.
Right. So have you already been doing that with some TikTokers? Do you have some plans?
I have plans. I'm looking for them now. If y'all are, on
Yeah.
TikTok, let's do
Y'all
some
wanna do
TikToks.
that, hit her up. But the song is dope. I mean, earlier we were talking about it. The intro of the song, how the beat starts, is very different, very original. Shout out to Jay Uncut that produced it.
Yes.
It's different. I haven't heard any female rappers really have a beat like that. It's different. So, obviously you mentioned you're into the Japanese culture. Was this a beat that you had him create, or was it something that he had and you picked it?
It's something he already had, but like once I heard the keyboards, I was like, oh, this is me. This is the one.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So now that you have this single out, the fans are going to be expecting more music to come out. Do you have stuff in the vault that, you ain't dropped yet, or you got coming? Is there an EP?
I have stuff in the vault that I haven't dropped, and I'm still always working for stuff. If I always find a song that I love, I'm going to make sure that's the song I'm about to drop next.
Right.
So I'm just still working in the studio, just seeing what I can come up with.
Do you plan on keeping your sound super versatile, or do you plan on keeping the sound how the song Sit Down sounds?
Pretty much versatile.
So who would you see yourself doing a song with if you were to do a feature?
Let me think. I kind of want to spice it up and don't want to just pick like another hip hop artist.
Right.
I think Billie Eilish.
Wow, that would be
Wanted
super,
to spice it
super
up.
dope. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people really love her music.
I love her
It's
music.
different. It's very, very different. Who would I want to see you do a song with? That would be super different. Have you ever thought about, like, because you know, like how Nelly did that whole crossover with the whole country thing? Could you see yourself doing something with a country artist?
I mean, think. Lil Nas did it, and look how it
Blew
worked
up.
for him.
You know, he bought that beat for like $20 or something like that.
Oh my god,
$20, and that made him millions and millions and millions of dollars.
that is so much. Because I know he has like books now.
Yeah.
Just about it's crazy.
Yeah.
I definitely could because I love that Nelly song. I was like over and over again.
Yeah. And then speaking of Nelly, that whole like Bust It challenge situation with Erica Banks, like the whole Nelly intro.
That was dope.
I wonder if people, because I knew who she was back in June. I wonder if people think that is like a Nelly feature that haven't heard the whole song. I wonder what people are out there thinking, because the whole like is
I wonder.
girl, I think my butt getting big. I haven't done the challenge. I asked my boyfriend if I could do it. He was like, nope, you ain't doing that Busted challenge. You ain't doing it. I was like, why? What's wrong? Nope. He didn't give me a reason. Did you do the Busted challenge?
No, I didn't get to do
What do you think about the Busted challenge? Because the way I look at it, I'm like, we really seen who not so pretty without their makeup on.
So I think it was cool. I just feel like I'm not good with TikToking myself. I'm only good with TikToking with the TikTokers because they show me all the new
How
stuff.
to do it.
I tried to do that Busted challenge like 5 times. I was like, damn. Like, it's harder than you think.
But I think TikTok is fun. I think couples do it really well.
Yeah.
This morning, I actually tried to fool my boyfriend on TikTok. He hasn't even seen the video yet. But there's this one TikTok where it's like a text message chime that keeps going off and then like a bunch of typing. I played it like 10 times to get his attention. Like my phone was getting blown up and he just was scrolling on his phone. I was like, bruh. Like,
have you seen the FaceTime one where the guy calls the FaceTime, but really it's a TikTok?
Yes.
I've done that one before.
Yes. And what was his reaction?
He just looked at me, and then we heard the dude talking or whatever. He was like, what? And he just smacked.
What did it say? It's like, hey, babe, or something like that, right?
He said something, but it was, I don't even remember because it was so long ago, but it was so funny.
Bruh, he was so bothered. I'm like, why do you not care?
I bet you if he would have did that one, he would have turned around.
Or no, there's another one where it's like, hey, babe, my ex texted me when they're playing video games. Have you seen that one?
No.
And they turn, it's like, babe, and they're like playing video games, paying no attention to the girlfriend. And then the girlfriend goes, hey, babe, my ex texted me. Oh, they turn around right away. They turn around right away. But anyway, we can talk for days about TikTok and all this. But I think you should, try to get into it a little more because like we were saying, as far as the music, it really helps the music go crazy.
And I feel like the videos I have done on there, I can see it's really easy. Like, it's really easy to just gain followers on there.
Yeah, a friend of mine, actually, a friend, coworker, he was a DJ at Power 106. Now he's over at 97.1 AMP. And he started TikToking during the pandemic. He already has 1 million followers.
Yeah, it's that easy. I've seen it.
It's crazy. I need to get back into it. I'm just so bad with videos.
I get it.
So bad.
I am too, and I'm always in a rush. So I'm like, you have to sit the camera there, and then you gotta it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's definitely not. And you're a busy person too, right? Because you're still working at Chic, right?
Yeah.
So you're super, super busy. I mean, but how do you like working there? Do you see yourself, being there for a while or finally like quitting one day and moving into just fully doing music?
I mean, fully doing music is definitely the goal.
Yeah.
But I love it there. I always knew it was going to be so easy just being a waitress. And it's just like, how do I want my waitresses to act when I go to the club? I go to the club a lot. I know how I want, my customer service to be.
Right.
Super easy.
Right. So you got the DJs playing it at your at your club right now.
Mm-hmm.
How many other clubs are already playing the record?
Well, right now, since it's the DJs at my club, it's whatever club they go to as well.
Oh, that's fire.
So it's like that.
Okay. What are your plans as far as radio? Do you have any hook up with the DJs at the radio station, or you need my help? I'm gonna hook you up, girl. What's going on?
It's like I definitely met some of the DJs before, radio stations, and some of the hosts and stuff like that. So it shouldn't be too hard to get it played.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm definitely gonna look look into that. We're gonna get that premiere up there. So we talked about the single "Sit Down." How did you fall into music? Like, how did the whole music situation come about? Were you singing when you were a kid?
Definitely was not singing. I cannot hold a tune when it comes to singing. No, I was kind of just writing poetry, just doing my little thing. And then when I got older, I realized, rapping is really just putting poetry with the beats. And started learning how to really actually write songs, because it's not just like putting the poem with the beats. It's really, you got to structure it. That was always my thing. I have to structure it to a song now. So I started learning how to do that, started working with like some dope writers, shout out to 3K, and it just became a thing for me.
Yeah. So you speaking about writers, a lot of artists sometimes are very what's the way to put it? Very iffy about working with writers. Very like kind of standoffish about it. They don't see the benefit in it. How did you come to terms with being like, you know what? It's actually dope to have a writer. It's actually a good thing to have a writer. What were your initial thoughts about that?
Honestly, I never thought it was an issue having a writer, because I know on Drake's songs he has how many writers? And it just be like, you just be in the room vibing with people and seeing how it flows. And you want more than one opinion. You want more than your own opinion, because you can be your biggest critic. You may think this one part is not it, and, everyone else think it's fire. You may think it's fire, and it's just not it. Like, you need those different opinions to help you be successful.
And that happens all the time. I've watched so many interviews and talked to so many artists where they're like, you know what? I hated this song, and it becomes their number one hit. They did not like it. They didn't want to put it out, and it's just it became their number one hit. So you're absolutely right. You definitely need that second opinion. You definitely need that other ear to tell you like, no, this is dope. Because you're right. We are our worst critic. We really, really, really are. So with you having the other job that you're working, where do you find the time to do music and record? Because a lot of people's excuse all the time is like, I don't have time. I can't find the time to do it. So where do you find the time?
Honestly, it's been times where I get off work 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting in my car listening to beats, and I'm finding that little time, because when you first get off, you have that burst of adrenaline. Even though it's 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm just gonna sit in my car, and it'd be cold outside, so I sit in the car in the heat. Think about how long I'm gonna stay in the car, listen to this beat, see what I can write, see how much I can get done within like 15 minutes. You don't want to sit in the car forever. Right. But I just find the time. I've even been on vacation, and I made sure it was like an hour of each day I'm on vacation. I'm listening to beats. I'm trying to at least write to this beat, or trying to write to this beat. You have to really discipline yourself. That's great advice, disciplining yourself. A lot of people, I think that they have these dreams and they want to do stuff, and it gets to the point where they just kind of give up, because they're like, I don't have the time. They come up with excuse after excuse after excuse. It's like, how bad do you really want it? Like, exactly. Will you really work for?
Exactly.
Because I'll be tired at 6 o'clock in the morning too, but when else am I going to find time? Right. Because for me, it's writing at night is best.
Right. Yeah, everyone has their own way they like to do it, the way they work. And you're right. It's so easy. You could just get off and go home and go to sleep till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then get up and, do it all over again. But really, like you said, disciplining yourself, say no. Like, this is what I love. This is what I want to do. I'm going to go to the studio at 6 a.m. I'm going to record. I'm going to write, whatever your process is, and you just stick to it.
Exactly.
And that's dope that you've been able to do that, because a lot of people will fall into this whole lazy thing and just not push forward with their dreams. So I think the consistency part of it and the discipline part of it is definitely key.
I will say, once Corona started, I really put myself on a hard discipline. And that's when I really okay, this is the time I'm doing this. And then the next day I was just always on it, doing something. And I've been going hard ever since, honestly.
So speaking of Corona, the vaccine is out now. Do you plan on getting it anytime soon?
No, ma'am.
At all?
No, ma'am.
Why? I want your take on that.
Because I've been looking online, and they're saying people dying from it. And it doesn't really add up, like how we have HIV and AIDS and don't have a vaccine for that or a cure for that. What? And y'all was able to come up with this that fast. It's not adding up.
No, you have a point there. And, I've always said it. I really think that there are some diseases out there that they know that they can find a cure. They know they can come up with something.
If they don't already have it.
Right.
And they're just not telling us.
Exactly. But I think it's a whole money play, you know, because there is medication out there that can kind of keep your HIV at, or if you have AIDS or HIV or whatever the whole rank of it goes. But I think it's just a money thing, to get money for medication, to get money for people to go see the doctor, to get money for, you know, all types of stuff. All types of, even with the Dr. Sebi situation, you know, he has the cure to AIDS. He has the cure to cancer. He has the cure to all this stuff. But it's kind of like, oh no, we're not going to give it to everybody.
Exactly.
We only can give it to you if you have money, which is so crazy. Like Magic Johnson, right? He has AIDS. He's lived so many years with this. It's a shame. It's a shame. And people talk about it all the time. And, you know, I've said it myself too, even with this whole COVID situation. Like, I don't think there's any reason why we should have been sitting here for a whole year, almost a whole year, with just allowing people to die. I feel like they could have worked a lot faster to figure out this vaccine.
So are you taking the vaccine?
Am I taking the vaccine? I don't want to. The only reason why I would is because of my little brother, who's autistic, and his immune system is very, 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 like, weak. So that would be the only reason I would do it. If I had the option to, I probably wouldn't, because you don't know, like, how your body would react. Like you said, people are dying from it. But then I also look at it like this, like, okay, why are they dying? Do they have underlying health conditions? Like, what's the reason? Was it the people that early on took it? So, yeah, that's the only reason why I would. I know my dad already took it. I'm going to put him on blast. But apparently he said he lied that he was like a healthcare worker and they gave it to him. I was like, whatever you got to do, you got to do. Like, he would, like, yeah. So my dad and his wife, which is my stepmom, they would love for me to take it, you know, just to, you know, for the safety of my little brother. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I think I have like an immunity to it because I've been traveling since the beginning of the pandemic, you know, from LA to Miami to San Francisco to Atlanta, all over the place. And I've been fine. I even went to Tulum. I went to Mexico. I've been all over the place and I've been fine. So, I mean, I think I have an immunity to it. I mean, I think I've been straight. You know?
Yeah, I get you on that. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm working in Atlanta.
Exactly. Y'all been open. How do you feel about Atlanta just being completely open almost this whole entire pandemic?
Man, I just feel like it's like you don't even know how to feel. Look, I'll be in there with a mask on, so I'm straight.
Do you know anyone that has gotten it?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people.
And they've been okay? They didn't die or anything?
Yeah, they've been okay. But I've known people who did pass away, but for the people in Atlanta that's been doing the Atlanta stuff, the club stuff, they've been okay.
You know what? And I do believe that COVID is very real, but I also believe that a lot of like health issues are in the mind. If you tell yourself, I'm going to get sick, if you tell yourself I'm sick or I'm going to get COVID, mentally you are going to weaken your mind, your body, and you're going to get it. I feel like, and it's not 100% that's always going to happen, but I do feel it's also like a mind game.
When COVID first came out, I don't know, I started having these headaches and I just started freaking myself out, Googling everything and just go to the doctors like, oh, I have a headache. They're like, you're okay.
No,
but it was just like, I was just freaking out because I was just reading everything online, not knowing really any information. So it's a scary thing, but I still don't think I'm going to take the vaccine. I think I'm just going to play it safe how I've been playing it. Maybe later down the line, after a couple of years, and I start seeing, you know, the long-term effects of the vaccine, then I'll think about it.
I think you'll be fine, honestly.
Yeah,
but going back to the whole like mind thing, it's kind of like a manifestation. Even it plays into your daily life and your goals, and you know, you doing music. If you're telling yourself like I'm gonna be the #1 artist in the world, you're gonna be the #1 artist in the world. If you tell yourself, you know, I'm gonna be, you know, a homeowner and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, you're gonna be putting yourself in a mental state to get to where you want to go. But people need to know you gotta do the work.
Gotta have that determination.
Yeah, you can't sit there and just say, oh, I want to do this and not do the work. Like I had a friend that said she wanted to do something and, you know, for years she's been saying she wanted to do, but she wasn't doing anything to get to that point of doing what she wanted to do. So like you said earlier, the fact that, you know, music is your dream, music is your goal, and you really want to do it, you get off at work at 6 a.m. and you're in the studio, you're writing, you're recording, you're listening to beats. That's what it takes. It takes that determination and that hard work. So that's super, super dope. So your single, Sit Down, out now, an amazing, amazing record. For those that haven't heard it, how would you describe this record?
I would describe this record as just talking your shit and doing what you want to do type shit.
Yeah.
Just talking your shit.
The ladies, listen.
The ladies are going to love it.
The ladies are going to love it, okay? And the fellas too, okay? The fellas too. The fellas, play this record for your ladies. You'll get her hype, period. We're going to have some fun questions. We're going to have a little fun with it. Okay. We did this. I always do this with a lot of artists that I do. Just to kind of have them open up, the fans to get to know them, laugh a little bit. So let's get into it. I call it fun questions. All right. So did your parents ever give you the bees and the birds talk?
No.
They never did. So how did you find out about sex? Let's put it out there.
Google.
You Googled it?
Yeah, I was like in the generation of like we were all getting phones and stuff like that, and we were all on like MySpace. So yeah, we kind of just got it thrown at us from social media.
You want to know how I found out about sex? Is the craziest thing. So my mom had this, and I don't think I've ever told anyone this story. My mom had this friend that she worked with. Her name was Sarah. And I would go to her house, and she had 2 daughters. So me and her daughter would play, and her daughter was obsessed with Barbie dolls. I never really cared for Barbie dolls, but I'm playing with a friend, whatever. She would make the Barbie dolls have sex.
How old was she?
I think she was a couple years older. I think I was like 8 or so. She would get these Barbie dolls naked and make them have sex. And I'm like, what is going on?
See, I never played with my dolls like that.
Girl, I was just like, yo, like, what is going on? But I'm young, so I'm just like, okay, like, all right, well, now I know what sex is,
This is what the Barbie dolls do.
Yeah, that's what the Barbie dolls do. Girl, it was the weirdest thing, but anyway.
Girl, I was Googling, girl.
All right, so when you Googled it, were you like shocked at what you were reading? Did you like watch pornos when you was Googling it? Like
okay,
what?
So I remember it was like, was it like 4th grade? I really like got into it, or 5th grade. It was right before middle school. I know, and that's like when it smacked me in the face.
Oh my God.
And it was just like, I don't know if y'all ever heard of 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh
but
my God.
For some reason,
yes, I remember.
Everyone in school was Googling 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh my God, my stomach, bruh. It's for those that don't know what 2 Girls, 1 Cup is, please tell these people, do not Google it. But
do not Google
They gonna Google it because you said don't Google it. All right, so what is 2 Girls, 1 Cup for those that don't know?
It's literally 2 girls in 1 cup and like shitting in the cup and just
oh my God.
They were having sex and stuff too, but they were just playing with the shit that was in the cup. It was disgusting.
Girl.
Anywho, that was going around in school, so I had Googled it and I was like, what the fuck?
You were exposed at that point.
I was like,
You were exposed at that point. Oh my God. Okay, so listen, we gonna get off that subject real quick. What is your guilty pleasure?
I watch way, way, way too much anime.
I've never, when I was young, would you consider Pokemon and like Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z, yes. Pokemon, yes. I feel like Pokemon is like in a category with like Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right.
Like that type stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like...
Yeah, I never got into anime, but I was like a super Pokemon fan. Like I collected the cards. I had a binder like this thick full of like Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I
like
the cards.
Sheets, and I collected them. I was trading them. There was a comic book store down the street from my mom's salon because I grew up in a hair salon. And I would always go and buy packets of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I just, like, it got to the point where I had like 5 or 6 of the same Pokemon
Did you ever know
cards.
how to play with them? No, like play
I never got into that. Was a little too much. A little too much. But yeah, I was like super into it and like even watching it and the whole 9.
Yeah, but no, I guess you can consider it anime for sure.
Yeah, And then what I also got into was drawing anime.
Yeah.
Drawing like the eyes.
This girl. Just the girls.
Yes. This girl taught me. She was like she used to draw. And I guess she still does. And she taught me like how to draw like the anime faces, and I was like so into it. Like
I had got a like book and tried to learn how to draw them and stuff.
Oh, that's dope. All right, so let's keep it going. What is your worst habit?
I think my worst habit has to be like the way that I eat. I eat like a little kid.
So you will have all the food all over your face and stuff, huh?
No, not even like that. Like just the things I eat. If you open my fridge, you're gonna see like Lunchables, and you're gonna see like the quickest shit you could like make the little shit you give.
At least your body still looks good, girl. Because if I was eating Lunchables and hot Cheetos and chips, I'd be like 300 pounds.
I have like the chips cheese dip, like a whole bunch of chips, a whole bunch of candy, like.
Okay,
It looks like a little college campus in my room. That's like.
I mean, sometimes I guess depending on the lifestyle that you live, sometimes you gotta like grab and go,
That is not good to eat.
It's
like
not
that.
good like that. It's
I
not.
Eat like that all
We're gonna get
the
you
time.
straight, okay? I'm a very healthy person, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Recently, I just been eating everything and anything, like burgers, and it's so crazy because I live in LA. So LA is like a super like healthy, conscious place. And it's different out here. Like you can like drive like a mile from wherever you live and find somewhere that's like healthy food, or like find somewhere that has like healthy smoothies. Here it's so different. Like every other corner there's a Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or like
I mean, have you been to Salada yet?
no, where's that?
It's like a little salad place. It's healthy.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
Okay,
It's
I'm
really
gonna try
good.
that.
It's like your prawns.
Yeah. I've been trying to put on a little weight, but
Oh yeah, you can do that out
yeah.
here.
I definitely did. I'm
can do that out
scared
here.
to weigh myself. I'm scared to weigh myself. I think about me like at 120 now. I was like at 115. I'm definitely like at 120. But for me, I'm short, so putting on 5 pounds is a lot. It's a lot. You could see it. You could definitely see it. All right, this is a fun one because I was at the club the other day, performance, and one of the artists had a wardrobe malfunction. And I know you work in the club. Have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction?
Yes, all the time. Like some of the outfits they even get us for work, like it's just you look over to pour a drink and a titty is just popped out.
No way.
All the time at work, I just be like, oh my gosh, am I the stripper or the waitress?
So you do wear like lingerie looking stuff at the
Like those sparkly little see-through, super thin outfits. Yeah.
So I'm sure guys have tried to grab your ass and frisk you. What's your response when they do that?
No, just don't touch me. Like I'd be like patting them away.
Right.
I will say like around since Corona, like I've been more like do not touch me.
Right.
Like do not don't touch me.
Yeah.
But like they don't really touch as much. It's really like a very small club. So even though you're brushing against anyone, no one really takes it.
Man, that's wild. Sometimes guys just don't get it, bro. Like, don't touch me.
Yeah,
if you
don't
want to
touch
talk,
me.
like, talk. I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Like,
and then I used to be really big on saying I did not like strangers touching me.
Yeah.
And like working the club, I just had to get over it. But it was just like I did not play it at first. Like, do not touch me. I do not know you. Do not touch me.
Like, it's just cold. Like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Have you ever walked into a wall? Like, just not knowing and just walked into a wall?
Yeah. I've been in my phone.
You know what's crazy? I feel like me and you probably grew up in that one era where like we just had cell phones at a very, very young age.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I'm walking, I'll walk and text and be looking down. And I feel like I've been doing that like my whole life. I feel like sometimes I can walk and just, know where I'm going without looking up.
Exactly. Like, and like I be feeling like sometimes I don't even have to look at my phone when I'm texting. Like I can just be looking at you right here and texting a whole.
I'm not that professional.
Girl,
I'm not professional.
Because like when we had phones in school, we grew up with them, but we like couldn't really be on them. So we had to like learn how to just text and not look.
Man, I remember just kids thinking about the craziest ways to cheat. Cell phones were a big thing for kids cheating, and I'm sure they still are. I'm sure there's like apps now. I saw this one crazy thing on Instagram one time where it was a lead pencil and this kid got this paper and wrote all the answers on their lead pencil and like stuffed the paper in between like the little like I guess the sticky part for the pencil and then like pulled the answers out of it. I was like, yo, these kids come up with the craziest ways to cheat.
Yeah. I remember like being in like math class and you know how like it was like y equal mx plus b or something like that, and you had to figure out like what was x or what was b. I remember I could just like Google like if this is this,
right. Oh my god, I remember like writing answers down on the desk of my in class, like doing the most or copying off the kid next to me. I was bad. I was so bad.
Especially in Spanish.
Yeah, math was my worst subject. I remember. I think it was like, was it 7th? No, I think it was like 10th grade. Math was like my worst subject to the point where like I would stay after class to like get extra help, and even like staying after class to get extra help, it didn't work. It was just like not comprehending. The teacher felt so bad that I was doing that. He passed me just because I was trying that hard.
I get it though. Math was so hard in high school.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. My computer is going off and whatnot. Stop texting me, y'all. Anyway, So the time I walked into a wall, I want to go back to that. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. I was at the movie theaters and I was with my mom. And you know, sometimes theaters have like 2 exits, right? So I'm thinking in my head, this is a theater that has 2 exits. So my ass goes to the side that was not an exit. And it's a black wall, mind you. It's dark in the theater. I just walked right into the wall. I wasn't on my phone, nothing. I just walked into the wall.
Oh my God, there's no excuse if you wasn't on your phone.
Bruh, like, I'm like, how did I not see this wall? I thought it was just black and it was dark right down the hallway. I walked into the wall. I was like, how does one person
Girl.
do it? It was the craziest thing. I guess it kind of ties into the most embarrassing moment in public. I would say that was my most embarrassing moment in public. What would you say is your most embarrassing moment in public?
Oh my gosh, this was at work. So like, you know, people like drop alcohol and stuff on the floor and stuff. So at Chic, we have like the sections, and in the middle it's just regular, and then you have to like go a step up to kind of get in the sections. So it was one day, it was so crowded. I took a step down off of the section and it was wet. So I just went down, like just down. And then I was holding on to someone.
You took him down with you?
No, he held me like in the air.
Oh my God, girl.
He was holding me in the air to make sure I didn't fall. And it was so crowded. So it was just like me, him, and the person on the side that only noticed.
Bruh. Oh my God.
So he basically like caught me midair.
Oh my God. Well, at least he was right there to save you.
It's the fact.
No. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I had a really embarrassing moment in the club. So I used to work in the club industry too, but I was like a host. I'd walk tables in. I would do guest lists. You know, I would just kind of assist with different things, cashiering. And one day, you know, I wanted to, you know, have a different hairstyle without having to color or cut my hair. So I was like, you know what? Let me wear a wig. I bought this jet black wig. I had bangs. It looked very like Angelina Jolie, like Salt look, right? That movie. So I was like, it was super cute. So I go to the club. I'm wearing it. You know, mind you, my ex's baby mama was at the club, right? Till this day, I don't know who it was. But I'm walking around the club, doing my thing. Somebody pulled my wig off in the club, girl.
Did you have a wig cap on?
Yes, I had a wig cap on, girl. And the security guard picked up the wig. I was like, yep, that's mine. Can I have it back? Girl, I was so embarrassed. I had a wig cap on in the club. Someone pulled my wig off. I was like, Lord Jesus, what did I do? What did I do? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, I snatched that wig back from the security guard so fast and just put it back on.
It would have been one thing if you had your braids underneath. Like, yeah, y'all see I got the hair.
Girl, I had a whole wig cap on. I was like, oh my God. And I swear, I think it was his baby mama. I swear, I think it was her. But, you know, I didn't know. I didn't see. But they was slick and they was fast.
They was slick and fast.
I was like, bro, why would you do that? Like,
and they weren't trying to own up to it.
Girl,
either.
I was like, but I know I'm not the only person that happened to. I can't.
I've seen wigs get taken off.
Girl, I'm like, why would you do that? But, you know, I got her back because I still think it was her. I got her back. I remember I was hosting this club and I was on the mic and it was me and my DJ and I was on the mic and I was like, yo, what up, Vico? And his baby mama was so pissed. She was flipping me off from across the club. Like, man, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm like, yo, we just cool. We homies. Like, it ain't even like that. Like, this is club showing love. Like, why do you hate me so much, bro? But, man, have you ever had a relationship where the new girlfriend, like, hated you so much where she's, like, stalking your Instagram and, like, going crazy?
Yeah, and I never understood why because it was just like, I don't want him. Girl, you had him.
Yeah, you had him. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's the craziest thing. But I think, you know, everyone has to go through that. You know, there's always going to be that bitter ex or whatever. Do you see yourself ever doing... Okay, so a lot of artists will do this when they have beef with people. They do diss tracks. Could you ever see yourself doing a diss track?
No. No? Unless me and the artist know it's just fun and games. Because I feel like sometimes y'all just be capping. Right. Y'all be playing. Like, unless we know it's just fun and games and we just playing, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna call you and be like, what's up, bitch? What's going on? Like, it's just last week you said you was cool.
Right. And that's funny that you bring that up because that was always a big thing, like, growing up in school. Girls being friends, then not being friends, then being friends again and not being friends.
I hated that.
Girl, I'm just, like, so past that. Either we cool or we not. We just not gonna speak.
Yeah,
you know?
like, let me know what's up so I can just stop speaking on you like you're a friend. Like,
girl, sit down.
Period.
Sit down.
Exactly.
Sit Down, out now. Your latest single. I'm so proud of you. I know the video's coming soon.
Yes, I'm so
Video's
excited.
coming soon. So we're not gonna give anything away about the video, but I know I've seen, little some, and I heard a lot about it. But do you know when you may be dropping in the video?
Look, y'all keep streaming the song and I'll drop it quicker.
Okay, period. Let's go. Anything else you want to leave the fans with before we go?
Just follow me on my social media, Kiko Blac, and stream Sit Down so I can let the video drop.
Yes, ma'am.
And I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you, Jay. I appreciate 3K. Like, love it.
Yes, man. It's a whole team. What people don't understand is like doing music or anything in life generally, it takes a team. You can't do or be successful by yourself. You're going to try to be successful by yourself and keep everything in the pot for yourself. It's
you're not going to get far. I've tried it.
You're not.
Honestly.
Yeah, you're not. Invest in yourself. Try to trust people. And I know it's hard to trust people in this industry. It is so hard, but try to trust people because, at the end of the day, if you don't try, you don't know.
You just don't know. You got to do your research. Don't just trust them on the back. Definitely do your research on them. If you seeing it makes sense, then
know who you messing with. And the best way really to go about it is referrals.
Exactly.
Referrals of, one person that you trust is like, yo, work with this person, they dope, they gonna help you, yada, yada, yada. Or work with this producer, they dope. Or work with, this individual because they gonna introduce you, they gonna do this, and this. And just, see for yourself. But again, Sit Down, out now. Kiko Black. This is the playlist. Yes, go stream that. Fire music. I mean, come on now. Kiko Black up next. Next female rapper. Mainstream. Let's go. All right. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Next episode of the playlist coming soon. Stay tapped in. Follow me on social media at Kalisha Perera _ We lit.